Be interesting to see if the bell goes off today. I know there are a couple people already. Look at that. I've got a thumbs up and there's nobody in the room. How gorgeous is that? That's too funny. I know who it is too, but that seems funny. Yeah, now there's two people in the room and one thumbs up. I know all the people that sit in the background and watch too. So I know who you are because you write to me and tell me. So hello and thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to have you on board. Hey, Scott, first up. No bell again. Well, that seems to be the case a lot lately, doesn't it? It doesn't seem to work very well. How are you, Sue? Scott, it's good to have you first in the room. Well done. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I sort of thought because last time everybody said they didn't get a bell, and they just sort of, I don't know, some people sort of know I'm going to be on board. But it's, yeah. I'm really well, thanks, Scott. Very well indeed. How are you going? Yeah, so I don't know what happens with it. I have no idea. I don't know why it doesn't ding. But a lot of people know I'll be on at this time. I suppose it's just hit and miss. Hey, Chili Mama, how you going? Yeah, I was really lucky with the rains. As you all know, I put in a new garden. I've got my plants have gone crazy. I have flowers everywhere. So my garden's looking superb, but I can't say the same for everybody else. Yes, Jill, I will be doing Super Chat today. You just have to click on the little $sign at the very bottom, and that will take you where you need to go. You got the notification last week, but not this week. Who can tell? Yeah, so not the same as everybody else. I know that I've got a lot of people I know up in Port Macquarie and around that area, and they are doing it pretty tough in the area. Oh, you're on the Gold Coast, yes, flooding up there as well. I mean, how can you explain to people, who watch our news that, hey, spirit animal, how are you going? That we had over the weekend in one evening 900 millimeters of water, 900 millimeters of rain, which is a meter of rain. And I read this thing, that's Linda. Thanks, Linda. I was reading this thing which really blew me away, right? So the dam, Warragamba Dam, huge dam. I've seen it really low because it went really low a couple of years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. Anyway, they had this thing on, I think it was on Facebook, I was reading it, and they were saying that the Warragamba Dam was spilling so many litres of water daily because it's overfilling. There's nowhere for the water to go. And the water it's spilling is equal to the water in Sydney Harbour every day. And I just have no concept of that. I kept reading it and kept thinking, maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm sort of, I don't know, not sort of comprehending it. So I actually read it to somebody else and said, what does that mean for you? I'm like, how does a dam drop out enough water like that much water daily where it's got nowhere to go? It makes no sense to me. I thought that was why we had dams. But anyway, trying to get a comprehension of the amount of water being equivalent to what is held in Sydney Harbour on a day-to-day basis. Now, if any of you read it differently to me, please let me know. But it blew me away. So we are really yeah, it's quite amazing. Yes, I agree. But we're doing everything extremes here in Australia, especially the last few years. Like we've had, the breaking of the drought. We did have a lot of rain after the fires. No, it'd be the year before last now, wouldn't it? So we had all the bushfires, which were pretty bad. Hey Melissa, how you going? We had the fires. So we had the fires, then we had floods, then we had the COVID, which of course is almost exactly a year to today. Yes, I remember that, Caitlin. That was horrendous. I watched that and just couldn't even believe it. When you're watching things on television, it's a bit like the Twin Towers, because I was watching that when the plane hit. It's a bit it's a surreal feeling, isn't it, when you see something so so destructive, but it just doesn't look real. You just can't imagine the depth or the deluge or whatever you'd like to call it. And I watched the floods in Brisbane. How are you, Jolene? I watched the floods when they hit Brisbane, and I'm just outside of Brisbane when it was just picking up houses and just taking them. And there were people sitting on houses waiting to be rescued. And I kept thinking, I hope the house doesn't go, because all the other houses were floating away. How do you comprehend that devastation? So I know there's been quite a lot of devastation up round. It was, oh my God, that's exactly what I thought. I couldn't believe it. And then, I mean, it's all the other things too, like, the people have got no food. How do you house them? And what do they do for money and things in the meantime? It's bad enough that they've lost everything that they owned, but then what are they going to do in the meantime? How are you going, And it was just after the fires we had those last lot of floods, and I thought, this is just seemed to be cruel to think that people, if they hadn't got hit with the first round of stuff, they were going to get with the second. You know what? At the end of the day, I know that there's nothing we can do. A lot of this is natural disaster. But oh my goodness, we are absolutely just doing it tough in Australia the last year or so. Hey, yay, I told you would, Lynn. How good's that? That's awesome. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm really glad. That's absolutely beautiful. There you go. Some nice news after talking about all the devastation. So I don't know, the rain here is beautiful today. The sun is shining. It's very, very windy, which is probably quite good after a lot of rain. It's very sunny outside. Who knows what tomorrow brings? You're very welcome. So, yeah, who knows what tomorrow brings? You just don't know, do you? Okay, generational karma, yeah. That would be nice if it took COVID with it. I don't know. Yeah, you've got some too, Jolene. Yeah, it's a pleasant day out there, and the wind is always good after a lot of rain because it sort of dries out the excess. I know we can do with the rain, and I'm really glad the dams are full again. I think having a drought break is always awesome, but just a shame that it does so much damage when it happens. Oh, that's awful, spirit animal. Yeah, do you know, it's really funny how people can offer jobs and then hold you out for a start date. Like, it's really just seems so rude, doesn't it, that that's the case? You hear about this a lot with jobs. This whole, especially if you're getting job offers from government. When I started my last, and it's happened to me a few times, when I started my last government job, I went for it in the April. And by about May, June, I'd sort of given up. I thought, oh, well, I didn't do any good. And I think they called me in August for a start date in September. So when they called me in August, I still had 4 weeks to the start date for a job that I'd gone for in April. How can people live? How can people live on that, like live in between? And I know that there's a lot of, red tape and whatever else when they're doing jobs, and obviously working in some of the sectors I work in, there's police checks and all those sort of things too. Yeah, I think it's really wrong. I think there should be they shouldn't be able to offer the job unless they've got a start date. That's how it should be. They can't say you've got the job and wait for the start date. Go and find another job, hopefully. But it's just wrong, isn't it, to hold people back like that? People are so desperate nowadays for work too, and it just seems wrong that, you're being teased. It's like having a carrot dangled in front of your nose. So what else has been happening for everybody? Sure, you've all got some news for me. Everybody seems to be going on holidays in Australia, which I think is awesome. We must be really loving that. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it, Melissa? because I was reading stuff on my Facebook this morning, and because everybody used to going overseas. Hey, Melanie, how you going? Good idea. Yeah. Well done, Lynn. Beautiful. We'll all put out a little bit of a vibe to the universe to get Spirit Animals job going quickly. Yeah, I was going to say everybody's going on holiday in Australia. I was reading on my Facebook this morning and everybody's like, I'm off here and I'm off there. So it's really, in some ways, this is probably really good for Australia at the moment because the money is being sunk into us. These people would all be going overseas at the moment. So it's sort of good in a way that that's happening because we could probably do with the flow through after all the fires and the COVID stuff too. Oh, wow. What are you doing slipping down the stairs, Linda? What are you doing with yourself? I can't say that I haven't done it, though. I'm terribly rip, shit, and bust. If you're anything like me, I forget sometimes and I do things in a really big hurry and I forget and I end up landing in the wrong place too. Did you hurt yourself? Oh, Melissa, that's no good. Lost your confidence a little bit. Oh, okay. That's no good at all. Oh dear. All right, we're having some people on board today who are going through a little bit of a hard time. So pouring down rain leading for work. General guidance, Jolene. All right, let's have a look what's going on for you. It's hard, Melanie, isn't it, when somebody sort of, I don't know, says they need time to think or they need time out or whatever else, because there's not a whole lot you can do about it when you hear that line. All right. Oh, Jolene, you get the tower straight out of the gate. What's going on for you? You've got, oh, wow. Okay, so you've got something coming in. You've got two major arcanas and the Ace of Cups here. So we have the World and we have the Tower. I have the Ace of Cups, but I have somebody here making an offer. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but I feel like somebody's making some sort of love offer to you. It might shake your world upside down. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody at the moment. Okay, let me just get in a little bit deeper with this. There's somebody coming in. If they haven't come in yet, there's somebody on their way into you here. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, there's a message coming through. Somebody's on their way to you, somebody that's really interested in you. But I feel like you don't realize this person is as serious about you as they're presenting, because there's this feeling here, and I just clarified and got the Page of Wands coming out. And the first thing I see is this energy of somebody having very deep feelings, but not really knowing how to express them. I don't think you know this person though, but it's sort of like this, this energy of, I feel like you're going from being single into a relationship without any doubt whatsoever. So I feel like this is a relationship. I also feel it's some sort of gift to you from the universe. So whoever this person is, there's an energy that they're coming in very, very shortly, and you're going to be quite surprised by how this person is with you. And you most likely deserve that, because I really feel this person is being very genuine and very kind. And I don't know that you've always been used to being loved this way. So you may feel a little uncomfortable with it. But I do feel that it's true love, like it's the real thing. But I don't think that you've had this experience with somebody before. And I feel like you're going to go into a relationship with them. All righty, let's go on. It's a nice reading, that one. We like those readings. Oh, one bit. I love that one butt cheek like Cardi B. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, ouch. All right, let's have a look what's going on for Sue. Hey, Jeanette, how you going? Yeah, it looks like it's pretty close too. I would say the next maybe 2 to 3 months tops. It's very close. Feel like this person's around you in your energy already. So you may not have met them yet, but they're already coming in. All right, Sue. Libra, Sun, Cancer, Moon. Okay, Sue, you've got a new start coming in as well here. Something's shifting for you. I don't know. Let me just get a couple more cards. This is like you're shifting. It's like you're choosing to move in a new direction, or you're making some sort of change here. And I think it's really good. I think you've held back on doing this for a while. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of ending here. Some sort of ending. Now, it could be in regards to, it doesn't feel like people. It doesn't feel like people. It doesn't feel like you're ending a relationship. It doesn't feel like you're ending a friendship or whatever. It feels like you're ending something you've been doing for a really long time. So it could be a shift in the way you are or the way you're thinking, but it feels different again to even that. It's almost like you're wanting to either just change something in your life. There's just a change needed, and I feel like you're trying to work out how to go about it. You may be the type of person who has put off doing things before because you don't always trust, or you don't always trust the direction you're being led, and it's almost like you're now ready to take some sort of risk. It could be that you decide just to redecorate the house. Do you know what I mean? It's something that you're just going, I need to make a change. I'm stuck. I want to say stagnant, and I don't know if that's quite right, but it's like I just need to throw everything aside and go for something. And I feel like you're going to. Feel like you're going to make lots of changes. But whatever changes you're making here are really positive, because they change your mindset, which is going to help you move in a completely different direction. So whatever it is, I go for it. Lovely, lovely reading. All right, Melanie. General guidance. All right, Melanie. Melanie, you have the Star coming out, followed by the Queen of Wands. Right, okay. First up, I want to say to you is, don't forget how beautiful you are. This is what the universe is saying here. There's some sort of energy that you need to know that you're a beautiful person, a beautiful soul. Something is going on for you here that is not to do with you. So you cannot take this personally, all right? So just keep yourself in this energy of understanding you have everything you need. You are perfect just as you are. There is some sort of energy of changes needing to be made. So it's possible that you've got to a point in your life where things need to be shifted or shuffled. Okay. And it's really funny because the change thing came through just a moment ago with Sue. So there's something in your life too that has been either the same for a while and has needed to be changed, or there's a need for you to change something that you're doing, maybe change a way you're seeing things. Because we have the Star here, and the Star does talk about having faith and trust, but it also talks about healing. I feel like there is still love here for you, without a doubt. Okay, so there is still love here, but somebody is needing to let something go. Because the Four of Cups can mean that there's boredom with something, or something's got sort of maybe a little bit stuck or a little bit stale. So something needs to be moved. And I feel like even though this may feel a little overwhelming and a bit slow at the moment, there is a good outcome here. Just that you don't know with the Moon card. So you have to wait. What I want you to do is not to worry. It's out of your control. Just invest everything in yourself at the moment. You're worth loving. You are worth loving. But we have the star and the moon bordering this reading. And I feel like something is happening, but very, very slowly. But what you need to do is don't get into the lower vibration of feeling it's you and you're not worth it or you're not right or whatever else. You need to invest in yourself because you're going through some sort of change and you need to heal. So something may be coming to the surface for you, Melanie, that you haven't perhaps dealt with before, but we'll see. All right. Hey, Cosmic Flower. Yes, isn't it gorgeous out there? That's what I said. It's a beautiful day. It's a bit windy, but that's all cool after the rain. Oh, okay. They were very beautiful readings. And I sometimes I blow out how the readings can change from day to day. All right, so we got Melissa coming up. Oh, God, you guys have got such beautiful humor. I love that, Melissa. Are you on the right path? The Wilson sisters are stalking you right now, telling you to hold on. So let's have a look. I won't sing it, but I do relate. Yeah, because you're getting something offered to you. All right, so whatever this is, something is being offered here. Okay, because you're ready to, because you just said about the path, and I always think you're always on the right path. It's just sometimes, you get sort of steered off in a different direction because you're meant to go in a different direction. But sometimes we sort of feel like we're stuck at a crossroads. But the first card I got out for you is the Three of Wands. So that says to me that actually, if you tuned into your intuition is telling you to hold on because something is about to change. You have some sort of offer coming in here. You know me, I love the Page of Pentacles, especially in this deck. Look at him. He's just really leprechaun-y. All right, and then we have the Six of Swords, which says to me you're moving away from something. And then we have the Three of Swords. So you might be a little disappointed at moving away. But because I've got the Three of Wands here, it says to me that you need to move at this time. Now, I'm not really sure what this is for you, so I'm going to put a clarifier down on it. Okay. Well, you have the Nine of Cups here. So it is something that you've wanted, okay? So just rest assured, whatever this change is, you're all about change today. I'm not really sure I'm getting a lot of change. Whatever this is you're waiting for, that you're on the crossroads waiting for here, is something that's going to be a gift, right? It's going to be something really, really good. But what I see here is this energy of not really feeling that it is going to be a good change for you. But you have the Nine of Cups. So it's almost like with this Six of Swords, I'm feeling like it could be a change at work. If you've been wanting a change in the workplace, it could be that you're getting either moved or shuffled. And it may not seem a good opportunity when it comes in, but it's going to be very, very good. That's why you're being asked by the universe just to hold tight for a moment. Something is coming, and I feel like it's at work. And it may not present itself in a way that you thought it was going to, but it's going to be a really good change. All right, I've had that happen. I can exactly relate to that. When somebody says, oh, we're going to put you over in this department for a while. And you're like, I don't want to work over there. And then when you get there, you have an absolute ball and you don't want to go back. That's what happens. All right, so you are on the right path, but you're holding on for a moment because something better's coming in. Just hold on to that. Okay, yes, that's right, Scott. I said the same thing. This drought's been waiting to break for such a long time. Yeah, and the dams are overfilling. Going back to uni. Ah, All right, let's have a look. Who will be lucky enough to touch a Cardi B, darling? Oh, you're just gorgeous. Yes, I know, Scott. That was a tough time for you. Okay. All right. Chili Mama. Let's see what's going on here for you. All right. Okay. There's some sort of energy around you of, again, with the completion of cycles. You guys, you're all going through changes at the moment. Must be just generally. There is a feeling round here that there seems to be some sort of new start waiting to come in for you, Linda. This new start wants to come in, and I feel like you're ready for a new start, but something has to be cleared. You have the Ten of Cups coming through, and I love this because even though it's the end of a cycle, it's a very positive card. And there's a brand new start here coming with someone who's coming up as a sword, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you do have somebody here, but the universe is sort of alluding to the fact that something else needs to go first. Now, sometimes I feel, we've tied everything up. If you've done all your work and you've tied everything up in your life, it just may be that the Nine of Swords is just saying it's a matter of time, because you do have someone here who is offering you a long-term commitment. But there still seems to be this energy of waiting here with this Nine of Swords. Because the Nine of Swords can mean that energy of sort of worrying if it's ever going to come. But it's here. And you do have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's a beautiful new start. And it's with... Okay, yeah, you definitely have an offer coming in from a Knight of Wands here. This person looks like they're an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But they're coming in with a lot of passion here. And I feel like it's like the energy here is right as you get to the point where it's never going to happen, it's sort of on your doorstep. Now, I feel like it may be a little while away still. So don't be too worried if it doesn't come in the next few weeks. Because I reckon it's probably about 4 to 6 months. But this person's got a beautiful love offer for you. So you have got it coming. Now, don't ask me for his name and address because I can't give you that. All right. Okay. So it is on its way. Just be patient. It's sort of like this energy here with this Nine of Swords that you're thinking it's not coming, but it is. So just let it go and let the universe work with that. Okay. All right. Amanda, how are you going, lovely? Okay, let's see what's going on for you. Oh, Vicky. Oh my goodness, we've got a few people here who've lost their fathers in the last few weeks. Please, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's so hard when people transition and so heartbreaking for you. And I did read you, Vicky. I did read that had happened. And Scott was the same the week before. So it's a very, very hard time for people this time of the year. Okay. 91's a pretty good innings, isn't it? Pretty good innings. But it still doesn't make it any easier. All right. Amanda, let's have a look what's coming for you. Amanda. You've got some sort of decision to make in your business that is not really going to be a very easy decision for you here. I want to say to you that you have to be kind to yourself with this one because I think you're going to beat yourself up a little bit. something to do with communication, Amanda. It's something to do with communication, some sort of decision here. You could be severing ties with somebody here, quite possibly somebody who's a water sign. I feel like there's a choice to do this. I feel like somebody is going to cause a little bit of a problem for you, and it seems to be something to do with communication. I've got a lot of swords in this reading, but I feel like it's a little bit silver lining. I feel like either this person's difficult to deal with, hard to deal with, and you've got to make a choice here. But it's sort of like, don't be hard on yourself, because I think that you're the type of person who would probably put your customer first or your clients first. And I feel like in this particular case, you have to do what's right for you. Whoever this person is giving you a hard time, I think, or going to. And there's a decision here. And it is about cutting them out and moving forward. This person could be an air sign, but I feel like with the air, this energy, it's somebody who's overthinking something, or somebody who's a bit stuck in their own, I was going to say stuck in their own head, and Spirit said stuck in their own energy. So this is someone who's probably putting themselves in the position of not listening to what you have to say. Because we have the Ten of Swords, which means there's some sort of closure here. So whatever this is you're dealing with, just remember, if you have to cut somebody off, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. I feel like this person may be a bit difficult at the best of times, let's say that. All right. Sue, I get the trust is hard. It is. Having faith and trust in the universe is probably one of the most things that if you can learn to live in the moment, that will help with that. So perhaps let go of the trust and faith stuff and just learn to live in the moment. Because if you live in the moment, you won't worry so much about the past or future. If you can read a good book, go and read Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now. It was a life-changing book for me about 20-something years ago, where I learned about how to live in the moment. I know that if I start living in the past or I start flipping to the future, then I'm not really in my body. So it's very, very, it's much easier to live in the moment. Let's say that. And you can do that. Actually, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about it too. So there are a few people who've got some really good material out there about how to live in the moment. Try that. It might be a little easier. All right, Cosmic Flower. All Things Wavy. How are you going, All Things Wavy? I'm just making sure I'm checking in on everybody because I haven't lifted the screen. I'm reading as I go, so just bear with me. All right, Cosmic Flower. What does the word? Oh, I like that straight out of the gate. Nice energy. Oh, lovely. And not so lovely. All right. I feel like your reading has something to do with work too. I feel like there's an energy here. Okay. Because you have the beautiful Ace of Swords coming out in your reading, and you know how much I love the Ace of Swords. This is about standing in your truth. It is about being true to who you are. But you have the Tower coming through. And I feel like there's some sort of change here in the way you think or the way you do something that's going to shift you into a different way of thinking. And I feel this is good because it's taking you into the King of Pentacles energy, which says to me that you're making some sort of advancement either in your work or in your private life. There seems to be some sort of balance you're achieving here. I feel strongly that it's got to do with work because we do have the Justice card coming out with the Eight of Pentacles. There's some sort of balance you're getting here. Maybe you're starting to get a better work-life balance. Maybe you're having some sort of understanding. Are you a workaholic? Because maybe you're having some sort of understanding here with these two cards. Maybe you're trying too hard. I want to do that whole work smarter, not harder thing. Because there's something about yourself you're learning here. And it's like you're It's like you're starting to understand that you're either investing too much and getting little in return, or you're over giving and not always sort of serving yourself here. And I think because the Eight of Pentacles here, it could be to do with work, especially with the King of Pentacles. If you're waiting for some sort of promotion or some sort of something at work to change, I feel like it will, but it's like you're approaching it in the wrong way here. There is something you need to do slightly differently, and it's about balancing yourself. Are you an overgiver? Are you a workaholic? See, we think workaholism is a positive thing, and it's actually not a positive thing at all. It's very much about our own value, trying to prove that you can do more. But there's some sort of truth coming, and it's coming through an epiphany here, like a clip round the ear, whatever it is. And it's going to change something, because both of these are cards of balance. And this brings you into the King of Pentacles energy, which says to me something here is going to be like shown to you, or something's going to happen that you're going to have some sort of wake up call here that's going to shift you in a slightly different direction. And I feel like it's at work. But anyway, let me know. All right, where are we going? Oh, I went too fast again. There's so much here. All right. Oh, you gorgeous. Oh, okay, beautiful. You know what I was talking about. I love it when you tell me that. BB girl. BB girl, do you want general guidance? Beautiful. I found it. All right. Yes, Vicky, it's wonderful once you get to the living in the moment thing, but it takes a little while to work out how to do it. Oh, that's beautiful, Vicky. I'm really happy for you. Cosmic Flowers starting a new job next week. Marsha, how you going? How are you? Okay. General guidance. All right. Oh, I don't know if you're an earth sign. You are coming up beautifully here. All right. Okay, you are really learning some lessons here. What is going on for you? Okay. I don't know if you're an earth sign, BB girl, but you could be. If you're not an earth sign, you're very grounded. I feel like you've been doing something at the moment, because you're bringing things to a close as well and moving forward. Sorry, I've got somebody coming in with messages for you here. You are manifesting something new here. So something that you wanted is coming towards you as we speak. Something that's going to bring you a great deal of joy, and you've been trying to either manifest this or ask the universe for it. But I feel that you've asked quite a lot and felt that something wasn't happening. And I want to say to you, you are manifesting it. It is coming towards you. Now, it could be love. And I feel that perhaps either you've done a lot of healing here, or a lot of healing here. There's a lot of water in the card, so you've done a lot of healing around your emotions. But whatever it is you're asking for, it is on the way to you. You're in a new relationship. Okay, well, maybe you're getting what you want in this relationship, because you're coming up as, so the Queen of Pentacles can be seen as a partner card, but you're coming up with this beautiful Magician, which means that you're manifesting something new here. So there's something that you left behind that created a great deal of confusion for you, and you've closed something out. But I feel like you're really in a good place with this new relationship then, if you've already started it, because this feels like love to me, but maybe you're not realizing that this is the sort of relationship that you've always wanted, because you're manifesting something right for yourself. So I don't know if you've sort of not had good experiences in the past, but I want to say to you, you've picked really well this time. You've got something beautiful here, something beautiful. So I think it will be everything you wanted in your relationship. Lovely. All right. Nathia, how are you? Nathia. All right. Yes, Nathia, your person does think about you, does miss you. You're very welcome. I think it's going to be exactly what you wanted this time, because this is what you asked for. So the universe is giving you exactly what you want, baby girl. Okay, Nathia, your person is missing you. They must be in another relationship. Have I asked you that before? I feel like this person actually gets a great deal of satisfaction about thinking of you, because this person sees you as somebody that brought a happiness into their life. But the Eight of Swords here tells me that this person spends a lot of time in their head and a lot of energy overthinking something here. Now, I don't know what happened between you, but it feels to me like this person sort of, in a way, holds still a little bit of anger or a little disappointment here. So they do think about you and they do keep an eye on you, yes, because we have the Ten of Cups, which means with the Ten of Cups and the Sun card, you brought either a lot of happiness into this person's life, because they're looking back on this. I do have the Three of Cups here. So I'm wondering, did your person go into another relationship or another situation here? Because I feel like they have regrets with the Eight of Swords. There's energy here of regret. So if you're asking if they're missing you, yes, they are. And yes, they're definitely keeping tabs on you. I think on the one hand, they might be angry or upset about something, but on the other hand, they do see, okay, yeah, something's holding this person back. All right, so it's like they are either still upset with you or still somehow regretful about what happened, but they do feel that you were a lot of happiness to them. Yeah, okay, he vowed to express his feelings. Yeah. So he's still there, he's still watching. He'll come forward eventually. I feel that he knows he made a decision that wasn't right. So if he's not in a relationship, no, he's burying himself in his career. Something's come between you here for sure. All right. Vicky, you've been busy doing your healing. It's been a long time coming. Very nice. Wow, the Virgos seem to be everywhere at the moment. They must be all cashing in on their karma. Everybody's meeting Virgos. What's that about? All right. You're welcome. He'll come back eventually. He knows he's done the wrong thing. He knows you. He sees you as his happiness. So he still thinks about you a lot. Yes. Just rest assured he isn't completely over you. That's for sure. Oh, well, what can you do? You can't do anything. You can't make people understand things. You can't make them love you. You can't make them come back to you. So it is a bit sad. All right. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Nope, I got you all. All right. It's a bit early to finish up. I don't want to. You're very welcome, Nathia. I don't want to finish up just yet. There's 15 minutes. It's a bit Do I shortchange everybody? All right. I'll do a little bit of a reading for somebody out there. If you've got a Virgo coming in for you, Vicky, I'd say pretty much so. A lot of, especially Capricorns meeting Virgos at the moment. Capricorns meeting Virgos. But there's a lot of Virgos. I don't know why the Virgos are coming into union. Okay. For somebody out there, the answer to your question. Have you all been following me on TikTok? I've been really enjoying the readings on TikTok. They're a bit challenging though. A few times I've got halfway through the reading and it's cut out. And I'm like, you can't leave it like that. You can't leave it half done. It's too funny. So I'm getting very, very good at it. Very good at talking fast. For somebody who needs to hear it now, there is some sort of, I guess this is a little bit tough too, because there's some sort of inheritance coming in here. There's money coming to somebody here. And I feel like whatever this is, it's coming to you, this money, it could be an inheritance, it could be a gift. But I feel like it's going to pay for something that's really important to you. It's like it's going to fund something that you've always wanted to do. Some sort of dream. It may be something like a holiday or, help you with your house or whatever else, but it's like an amount of money that is being given to you that's going to help you create something beautiful. Sorry, Sheena. Oops, didn't realize you were live. You know what's really funny, because sometimes when I've done lives and then I've got off, people still keep communicating, and I keep thinking, how do I tell people that it's actually that the live is finished? No, I'm still live. Okay, so somebody's got some sort of money coming through here. Now, it could be that you're going to receive money from somebody that was meant for you anyway. 2:08. What are you doing up at 2:00 in the morning? Boy. 2:00 in the morning. Ah, okay. Well, whatever this money is that's coming here, oh, it's your weekend. Oh, that makes a whole lot of sense. Whatever this is coming, I guess what I'm trying to say is whoever's left it for you has left it for you knowing that you wanted something or needed something. So it's some sort of gift that's being left to you. Like maybe it's you wanted to travel somewhere. Maybe it's that you wanted to do a university degree. Maybe it's that you wanted to set up your own business. Whatever this is coming through here, somebody has left it or given it to you or is going to give it to you for that specific reason. Enjoy your 2 days off, Sheena. They're giving it to you for that reason, because it's something that you've dreamed about or longed for or wanted that you're getting this money for. Something that's going to make you very happy. But I feel like this person, we may be talking about a water sign. A reader in Australia. An Aussie goddess too. This person could be a father figure, because I've got the King of Cups coming out, but it could also be a water sign. It looks like a water sign, spirit animal. Somebody who, they're coming up as a King of Cups, which can often mean a father figure, but it could also be somebody who's just been like a person who was really in charge. Somebody who is maybe a breadwinner of a family, or somebody who's been very independent, self-sufficient. Whoever this person is leaving you money for you to do something that they know that you wanted to do. It's like a dream come true for you. All right, Sheena. Did you want a reading on anything in particular? Just a general read? Vicky, yes. All right, have a good day, Cosmic Flower. Not a Virgo sign. No, this is somebody, it could be a Virgo, but whoever this person is somebody who's either been very independent, they could have worked for themselves, but they're very self-made, I want to say. Self-made person. So they've earned their money through their own hard work. Ah, okay, yeah, there you go. So it could be her, yes, definitely. All right. So would love? I like that. Do you get up at 2:00 in the morning to get a love reading? All right, Sheena, I might just give them a little bit more of a shuffle. Let's see if we can get you some nice love. As we've been on here, I'm getting a lot of messages about the readings today, so that's always really nice. Okay. All right. Sheena, I don't know if you've been getting offers and they haven't quite been what you've wanted, or maybe you've been around people who couldn't seem to either provide you with what you wanted or missed the mark with you. Because I feel like either you've been single for a while or you've been very dissatisfied by relationships or by love. But this is good because it sort of helped you to go inside a little bit to really understand more about yourself and what you wanted. I feel like here there are two people coming in over the next few months for you. I feel like one of them's really good and is especially good for you. Especially good for you. But I feel like there might be somebody else first that let me just go through this again. I feel like there's been a lot of dissatisfaction, and either you've taken time out to really work on yourself because you've perhaps been calling in people who've been reflecting or mirroring back to you what you needed to change. And I feel like you've really taken that on board. You've either done the work or you've really started to understand. You've been perhaps accepting people who haven't been right for you. So the universe will tend to do that, especially if you've got your markers too low. So if you think you only deserve a certain type of person, they may keep sending people in just to remind you what you deserve, okay? I feel like there are two people coming in the next probably 6 months. And I feel like you may get either another tester case or you may get someone that just reminds you that you've done this before and it's not a good thing to do. So you might repeat some sort of behavior or something that you've done before for the universe to show you what you don't want. Now, if you think you're lesser value than you are, so if you don't have a good opinion of yourself or you don't believe you can have what you want, then sometimes what you will do is you will keep pulling in people who aren't right for you. And I feel like you're getting a test case here. There are two people coming in and one is exactly right for you. How can I tell? You could be getting in, I feel like one is an air sign and one is a fire sign, but we all know they don't necessarily have to be those signs. It's more likely those got those types of personalities. I would say to you, one of these people is a self-starter, so they could own their own business or they could be a manager leader in their business or in a business. The other person I feel is going to be emotionally cold or unavailable. And I feel like you're going to have to work out which one's right for you. Now, it's possible you could date these two at the same time, or there could be an overlap, but one of these people is right for you. I can't tell you which one's right because you'll know it when you meet them. But I'd say in the next 6 months, I don't think it's too far away. Okay. All right. There's a couple of people asking for readings. I do paid readings today, so if you want to put in a $5 donation, because it just doesn't seem right to read for you when everybody else is paying for the readings. So entirely up to you if you want me to read. What you can do is you just flick on the little $sign on the bottom of the page, although I don't have a lot of time left, but I can do a quick reading if you want. Because I'd normally finish up at 1 o'clock. Okay. Patrice, is it just a general sort of look, or do you want something in particular? Do you have a question, or do you just want a love read or a work read, or just let me know. Hey, hi. Hi, Patrice. Do you want a love reading or just a general look? Love read. All right. Oh, it's nice. You got the Two of Cups straight out. Look at that. With the Hanged Man. Well, you're going through a little bit of a transition at the moment because you need somebody who is a long-term commitment for you. But there is something here that you've got to. Okay. Two of Cups is always really good. You've got a soulmate coming in here. This is a person that is going to be a long-term commitment. They could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but my King of Pentacles is always about somebody who's in something for the long haul. Okay. I feel like there is something here about meeting this person. There's a little bit of a sort of hiatus here. So you've got a bit of a pause happening. And you would know this because when the Hanged Man comes up, it's generally that feeling that you feel a little stuck or that things aren't moving. And there's a reason for that. Okay. There is something here that you are learning to do slightly differently. And it may be around the way that you respond to love, look for love, whatever. But there's some sort of opening of your heart space here. And I feel that you're being put in that space for that reason because you have somebody very important coming in here. So what I want to say to you is when you're in this space with the Hanged Man, if you feel like you're stuck and you're not really sure how to move forward, the best thing you can do is work on yourself. And I feel like for you, there's a definite feeling around the heart chakra. So I would say to you, do some heart chakra work because you do have somebody coming in very, very quickly here. Very quickly. Maybe within the next few months here. But in order to be ready, you're going to have to clear this heart chakra. I think sometimes we forget when we've been hurt by past love that we need to open back up again, and we don't. We tend to sort of close everything down because we're hurt. But this person's a soulmate, and I feel like you've got a long-term commitment with them here. Just get into that heart space, do the work you need to do, and then you can move forward here because this person's coming in to greet you. So it's very close. All right. Nathia, it's you again. You are very cute. Hey, Sumi, how you going? All right, let's have a look. Nathia, Korea. You're welcome, Patrice. All right, Nathia. From California. Is it nice over in California? What time? It must be coming into the warmer seasons for you. All right. Oh, I like it. Nathia, you've got some really good news coming through from work. If you're not working at the moment, you've got good news coming in. Look, you have the Sun card here. There is something here because we have the Nine of Pentacles. you've got there's communication here, all right? So you have communication. You have the Eight of Wands coming through with the Knight of Swords. So there's communication coming in quite quickly here. The Eight of Wands is always very quick communication, and very often, like email, text, or whatever. There's communication coming in. And I feel like it's going to put you in a very good space because you're coming up as the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like it's really good news. So either you've got a new job coming in or some sort of promotion coming to you. Yeah, it's beautiful. Just do one more card. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. You have either something new coming towards you, new job, what can I say? 10 of Pentacles. So you have a job because we have the 9 and the 10 here. So you have the Ace of Pentacles sitting between those. So it's either a new job or a promotion coming to you. But there's some advancement here. So whatever it is, it's an advancement in your skills. So, oh, you'll enjoy the What's Cracking, Sheena. A beautiful reading today. So Nathaya, very good, very positive for you. Let me just see if I get a little bit of time. Oh, it's getting warm now. Yeah, I thought it might be coming a little bit good for you there. Okay. Timing. Nathaya, within the next 2 months. Within the next 2 months. Something is changing for you within the next 2 months with your work. All right. Okay. You're very welcome. Sumi, there will have to be the last reading. So no more readings. I have to get off. I've got a reading booked for 1:30. So I can't go for too much longer. Sumi, we'll have a look for you though. What career should you be going for? Okay. Jill came through before I could say anything. Jill, you need to be the last person. No more readings. Okay, I don't know if I can say. Oh, can't spell. Okay. You're very welcome. Jill, just let me know what you want in your reading too, and I'll just make these the last two. Sumi, what we're going to do is I'm going to lay some cards out on one side for education and some cards on the other side for corporate, all right? And we'll see what goes on. We'll just do 3 cards on each. Education, and this is corporate. All right, education. I have the Page of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. It's really funny because education is looking very, very good here. Corporate's okay. All right, I see what they're trying to say. Because I have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, the the High Priestess, and the 10 of Pentacles in corporate. So I feel like you could go for either one of these. It's got to be about what you want. But with the High Priestess coming up in corporate, I would wonder that actually does that, because it's going to pay more if you go off in that direction. There's definitely more money for you there, but is the money going to be enough to satisfy you? Because I do have the 8 of Cups and I do have the High Priestess, which says to me that there needs to be some satisfaction in your work to get what you want. And I feel like here, the corporate stuff might do it for you financially and stability-wise, but it's not quite cutting it in something you love to do. It's not where your heart is. But when I look at the education side, there is something very beautiful about this work that really appeals to you. You find it really balancing. So I feel like if you go after your heart, then you need to go after education. If you're going with the money, security, stability, long-term commitment, then you're better off going for corporate. So you've got to choose here, because I feel very strongly with this High Priestess, you need to go after what makes your heart sing, because if you don't, you will end up walking away from the corporate stuff if you haven't thought about that really hard. I don't think it's going to satisfy you at a deeper level. All right, Jill. Jill, you didn't send me through what you wanted. So I'm presuming, yeah, you need to do something that satisfies your soul. Otherwise, you would be really disappointed. All right, Jill, I'm going to do a general read for you then. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So your play's getting up. You have to let me know what date, 15th to the 30th of May. I'll come along and see you. I have to just work out what days they are. Excited about that. Very good. I'm glad it's all up and running again, Vicky. That's beautiful. All right, Jill, we're going to do a general reading for you because you haven't really sort of specified that you want something in particular. Okay, so what I see here is I see you moving away from something that really is not satisfying you anymore, Jill. There's something that you've hung on to for a very long time that really is not something that you want to hang on to. Your intuition's been telling you this for a while, so you know that you need to move away from something. I feel like you've been clinging to something here with this Four of Pentacles. It could be a person, because I do have a King of Cups coming up. Because there's some sort of conflict here. There's some sort of disappointment, something that's not really floating your boat, I want to say. Whatever this is, it's like you know about it, but you've been avoiding going. You've been avoiding letting it go. Now, it could be that you're hanging on to something from your past that you're clinging on to, because it could be sort of that energy as well. But I feel like here, what the universe is trying to say is you need to let go, because they're trying to move you on to a new phase of your life here. But it's like you're clinging to something. Wow. Could you be really, is it a relationship or a job maybe with the Hierophant? Maybe you're hanging on to a job that's done its dash. It's the end of the story. But you're being asked to consider it here with the High Priestess. Whatever it is, Jill, it looks like it's not quite right for you anymore. It's time to move on. All right. Jane. All right, quickly, because I have another reading I have to do. Jane, you just wanted a general update, I think you said. All right. Jane. All right. Jane, you've got a new start here. I feel like this is in work for you here. You've got a new start being offered to you here, because you're closing something out and you're starting something up. So there's some sort of new opportunity coming to you here. I feel like you're walking away from something that, okay, hang on, Jill, I'll just get back to you. I feel like, Jane, that there is something that you have been either walking away from or involved in where there hasn't always been smooth sailing. You could be working in a business or in some sort of work where there's a lot of conflict, maybe a little bit of toxicity. And I feel like maybe you don't get on with the manager. Maybe you don't see eye to eye with the manager here, because there's a new opportunity being offered to you here. But I feel like you're ready to go, because whatever's happened in the past here, or whatever's gone down, is really not really serving you. Hang on. So it was something about family. All right. So let me just go back and finish off Jane's here. Jane, something about your family. There seems to be conflict around you at the moment. I've pulled another card out, Jane, that talks about conflict, but it also talks about like wiping the slate clean and starting again. So there's some sort of energy here of moving away from something because there's conflict. Okay, so I don't know if there's something going on with your family at the moment, because there's some sort of energy of things just sort of being a little bit disruptive around you. But what I do like here is this energy here that things are moving, like you've got a lot of tens coming through, for example. So there's sort of this energy of you moving away from some sort of conflict. If this is your family, if this is something within your family, it will come good. It is on the mend. It is on the improvement. I do have the Judgment card here. So there's some sort of energy of either people talking about it or getting stuff off their chest and things moving forward. But there seems to be new starts and new beginnings. Somebody's getting a new job around you or new work around you. And I can feel that as well. If that's not you, then it's somebody close to you, maybe a male in your family who's got work coming through. But there's definitely this energy of some sort of conflict within the family unit or something that's happening that is going to be cleared away. So it is good. It is good. But whatever it is, it hasn't been good in the past. All right, Jill, are your daughters okay? I don't know what's going on with your daughters at the moment. There seems to be some sort of decision that needs to be made, and it looks like it's around some sort of contracted agreement or some sort of agreement here. I feel there's sort of this energy of fighting against something or being stubborn about something, and it has to do with a relationship. So if this is your daughters, are they in some sort of situation that they are, or you're in a situation where there's some sort of toing and froing going on here? Yeah, sorry, I've got you, Jill, at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going on with your daughters, but what I see here is some sort of energy of somebody fighting for something, somebody fighting to get something done, and some sort of decision needed to be made around a contracted agreement. And it seems to be a partnership. So either there's the energy that let me just put some cards on this. Because I'm thinking of, if your daughters are in a place where, because there's contracts going and there's decisions to be made around contracts and fighting for something. If your daughters are somewhere where there's a lot of rain, where they're losing property, there could be an energy of losing something that they're fighting for here. Wheel of Fortune. Something will come out okay here, whatever it is that you've got going on. Do you know what this is about, do you? Because I'm sort of trying to wing it here. It's a complex one. It's good. Okay, whatever it is good in the end. There's sort of this energy that someone's fighting to come out of something, but there's a good outcome. There's something that's going to result in a very good outcome. Whatever this is going on here, it's good. It's going to be right. All right. Oh, somebody else has come in. Jill Phillips. Jill Phillips, let me see how long I've got. I've got a reading in like 15 minutes. So, Jill, if you can quickly get up and write what you want so I can just give you a quick answer to your question. and I'll, because I have to get off. I have to work out how to do that. Caitlin, thank you so much for your help again today. You're a gem. I'll more than likely see you on Saturday, or we might have a date on Friday. I'll have to double check that with you too. All right. Jane, I did the family thing before, so you might have to go back and listen to it. I did ask your question. I did answer your question. So go back and have a look. So you might have missed that while I was talking. But yeah, I did answer your question. All right, Jill. Okay, so it's about an ex-lover. All right, let's have a look for you. Did Jim have regrets after treating you so badly? Oh, wow. Hey, Laurie, how you going? Okay, what I want to say to you, Jill, is I don't know that this person has got to a point where they feel that they have regrets. There is an energy here that somebody feels perhaps sort of validated or feels that they did what they needed to do. Now, I don't know who this person is to you, but there's very much this energy of feeling like they did what they felt was right. So they're not, it's 1:16 in the afternoon. There's a feeling here, this person you're asking about, Jill. No, I would say at the moment they don't have any regrets. Now, what I want to say to that is, it's not that this person doesn't, that this person feels bad about what they've done, but it's like they feel validated by what they did. And I don't think it's rightly so, to be honest with you. There's the Victory card with the Tower here. So it's sort of like this energy of feeling like you've done the right thing. I don't think he knows that he did the wrong thing. Something has sort of taken you in a different way here, and I think this is really good for you. So regardless of what happened with this person, I feel like the universe has shifted you away from this. I want to say I'm not really sure if it was an abusive relationship or what went on here. But there's sort of this energy of, I want to say there's an energy that you've been shifted in this direction for a reason. Now, that may be tough to hear because I feel sometimes when people do the wrong thing, they're not ready to see that they've done the wrong thing, or they don't have the capacity to work out that they've done the wrong thing. And I feel like your person isn't seeing things the same way as you. You may be dealing with someone who has you may have been dealing with someone who was quite self-centered, maybe a little narcissistic. So if you're asking me that, I think it was the best thing that you moved on, to be honest. Just quickly, Jane, I think that reading I did would make sense to you then if you go back. I think it will make sense to you now. It makes sense to me now. When I read something and I think, wow, that made no sense at all. So I feel that it will make sense to you now if you go back and have a look at it. All right, I have to go, people. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next week, same time, same bat channel. I have to go because I have to do a reading. Mwah! Take care.